Hey, Steve Facio here from the Vermont Center for Eco Studies with Vernal Pool video number 4. Well, we had some good rain a few nights ago. Nice warm rain and probably got a lot of things moving. A lot of salamanders and frogs are on the move. Many moving to their breeding sites like this one. So I'm expecting we'll see some activity here today, something new. So I got my net. Got my hip boots on so I can get out in the water. I got my polarized lenses, which will cut the glare on the surface of the water, and I can see better into the water. Any fisherman will tell you about polarized lenses. So I'm ready to see what we have here, and let's go take a look. Well, here's a predaceous diving beetle I was able to catch. These guys kind of reign supreme among the aquatic predators in a vernal pool. The adults are excellent predators, feeding on a variety of invertebrates and vertebrates like salamander larvae and tadpoles. And their larvae, the predaceous diving beetle larvae, are also highly predaceous. And the adult form that we're looking at here, as you can see, they're excellent swimmers. The adults can actually leave the pools and fly to other ones. These guys are pretty big. As you can see, they're about 1.5 inches or so in the family Dytiscidae. Pretty hard to identify which species, but let's go ahead and let this guy go back out in the water. One thing I'm seeing a lot of as I stroll around the pool are these white flecks on the bottom of the pool. These are salamander spermatophores. The male salamanders deposit these around the pool, scatter them around. They basically consist of a little packet of jelly capped off with a capsule of sperm on the top. And the females will take these up and fertilize their eggs internally before they deposit their eggs. And these are usually laid on the leaf litter or occasionally attached to sticks, as you see here. Well, I'm also seeing a lot of wood frog egg masses in the pool now. Wood frogs are pretty much done breeding, but there are hundreds, probably 400 to 500 wood frog egg masses laid in these large communal mats scattered around the pool. But in addition, I've also found a few Jefferson salamander egg masses. These are much harder to see. The jelly around the egg mass is kind of transparent, making them very hard to pick out. This one is freshly laid. As you can see, it's just about 1 inch or so long, 1.5 inches maybe. But I've seen maybe 3 or 4. Here's a couple more, pretty freshly deposited. And the one way of identifying Jefferson salamander egg masses is by the jelly. The jelly surrounding the egg mass is very drippy and loose compared to a spotted salamander egg mass, which we'll take a look at in our next video. Not as much activity as I expected, but clearly there are a lot of male salamanders here from the number of spermatophores that I found, and probably the only females that arrived were some Jeffersons, since there were only Jefferson eggs, no spotted salamander eggs. And that's pretty typical. Jeffersons will move when the ground is still pretty cold. We'll check back next week and we should have some spotted salamander eggs and who knows what else. Thanks for listening, everybody, and hope you're all surviving the lockdown pretty well. Stay healthy.